Welcome back to Wake Up America. Make sure to keep watching because we've got newsmakers. Former President Donald Trump will be on Eric Bolling The Balance this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, breaking down the latest on his 2024 campaign and his legal predicament. And Kentucky Congressman and House Oversight Chairman James Comer has the latest on calls for President Biden to release his bank statements as Republicans consider an impeachment inquiry of the president. But the first Republican presidential debate is just around the corner, and former Vice President Mike Pence announcing he's made the donor threshold to appear on stage, along with our next guest.
Joining us now, businessman and Republican presidential candidate, and of course a fixture here on Newsmax with Perry Johnson in primetime. Perry Johnson, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Congratulations, first off, for making the stage at the first Republican debate. You're going to hit the stage August 23rd in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What's your angle? How do you measure up to the other candidates you're going to be alongside?
Well, it's going to be kind of exciting. We all know that debates in the primary are so critical. They actually play the most pivotal role in whether or not you win the debate, because people actually get to see the candidate. They get to see how they think, they get to see their attitude, they get to see their responsiveness, they get to see their plan. At least I do have a plan. That is the plus. And I wrote a book on that plan, 2 Cents to Save America. I want to change the way in which the government does business. And I think it has to start with the basic concept. Instead of having them spend every penny that they have in their budget every year, they do just the opposite. We freeze the budget and we incentivize them to save. So they have to cut 2 cents out of every dollar of discretionary spending. And they get used to the idea of trying to run the government in an efficient, quality way. I spent my entire life bringing quality and efficiency to companies, and I've done this for literally tens of thousands of companies, maybe 60,000 companies throughout the world.
Yeah.
Now I want to bring it to the federal government.
It's all about balancing the budget, right? And I think our government needs a little help with that. Perry, we don't know whether former President Trump's going to take the debate stage, but if he does, how do you plan on approaching the idea of, the former president's arraignments? Do you want to debate him? Do you think it's a good idea for him to join you and others on that debate stage?
Well, of course, I'd love to have him on the debate stage. I think we all would. In fact, he's fun. Having him on the debate stage is going to be a ball. I don't know what kind of a nickname he's going to give me, but bottom line is having President Trump on the debate stage would be exciting. I don't know if it's going to happen. He has a lot going on right now, and we all know that Trump is way in the lead. In fact, there really isn't a candidate that's even close to him at this point. So let's see what happens when we hit that debate stage, and they can really see what the candidates are all about.
Yeah, let's look to the other side. There are inquiries to impeach President Biden. The White House responding with this statement saying, Kevin McCarthy continued lying about President Biden, making a series of plainly false, widely debunked attacks in order to promote the extreme far right's baseless impeachment stunt that has even some members of McCarthy's own caucus are expressing concerns about pursuing. Do we see Biden as a Democratic nominee here?
Yes, it's very unusual to not have the incumbent run, because he has that infrastructure. He's already proven that he can win. You have a situation where right now he has an infrastructure that is going to support him. He has money to support him. He has people that are dependent upon him for their jobs. So I would find it very unlikely that he is not going to be the nominee.
We will see what happens, and we will look for you on the debate stage in just a couple of weeks. Going to be an exciting time, a very busy time for us in the news. And we'll see if former President Trump joins the debate stage with you, and if he does give you a nickname. We'll have to see how that plays out. All right, Perry Johnson, Republican candidate, thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great day, sir.
You too.
Thank
you.
Okay.